Creepshow episode 4, The Companion and Lydia Lane's Better Half dropped today. I got to watch it earlier. I was hoping to review it hours ago, but, life. So I get to talk about it now. You know how I usually complain about the creep and how he pretty much does nothing, but in the last episode I was like, alright, he kind of had a little more to do. It's a little more memorable. There's something to talk about, this and that. Yeah, they went in the exact opposite direction with this one, and he's completely fucking pointless. He just laughs and the episode starts, and I was like, that's it? He does that in every episode, so you're not even going to give him anything to do in this one. Wow. All right, so let's get into the first segment, because there ain't nothing to talk about in the wraparound. All right. So, in this first segment, The Companion, this kid has gotten his ass kicked by his older brother. His buddy comes to try to cheer him up. I liked the way the kids played off of each other. I liked the young kid that came down to talk to him. I liked the kid who plays their main character here. I bought their friendship, so I did like that. The bullying older brother shows up to be an asshole and try to push him around, which of course I'm already like, oh, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. I can't stand bullying, man. I will say this. The scarecrow in this episode is the best creature effects in this show so far for me. I thought that the look of this scarecrow was fantastic. I loved the creature design. I loved the effects. I love this scarecrow. So if nothing else works in this whole damn show, I'm not saying nothing did in the original, in the first 3 episodes or whatever. I don't care about any of that. What I'm saying is that even if nothing else worked in this show, this scarecrow is badass looking. So whoever designed this thing, the way they shot it, all of it was awesome. So really, really excited, really impressed with the scarecrow in this episode. Something I've mentioned in the past in movies and shit. I can't even remember the last time I did this, but it was pretty recent. So the kid finds a note next to the headless body with the shotgun next to it, which at first I thought that this was going to be a continuation of the lonely death of Jordy Verrill, but it was not. But yeah, he picks up the suicide note essentially, and it's hot out here. Holy shit, I got pit sweat. Gross. That's disgusting. People hopefully weren't looking and they're not vomiting right now. That's gross. But yeah, so the note is like, it's like 2 paragraphs. It's like this long, and the guy's voiceover that's reading the note is like 10 pages long. I've talked about this in the past. It's just hilarious to me when they do it. It's like, could you have maybe just wrote, like, you have a script, right? Like, this guy's going to be reading from a script. It's not like he just winged it after the scenes had been filmed. Like, all right, whatever you think's on that paper, go for it. They know what's going to be on there, so why not actually write down what's on the script on the paper? Why is it this short when it's going to be like 30 paragraphs? That is just, I don't get that stuff at all. Maybe they changed it later, but I want to zoom in. I mean, this shit's filmed in HD. I want to zoom in and see what it actually says, because it doesn't say everything he says here. It might say like the first bit of what he says here. And it was just 1 page from what I could tell, so. Anyway, seeing a little Girl Scout killed by this thing was unexpected. When kids are in horror, they usually get a pass, but not by this scarecrow. So he kills a little girl, and then I found it very odd that his brother just stopped looking for him and went home and went to bed. Like, he was right there. He was just right behind him. And then he finds the guy, he sits there and he reads a letter, and then he comes out and his brother's just gone. He saw where he went. Like, that made no sense to me. But anyways, he brings it home. And I thought at first that he was making himself his own companion. When he was sewing and all that, I was like, oh, we're going to see another cool creature design. No, he was just sewing his brother into his sheets because that wouldn't wake him up. Because he couldn't just slip right out the top. Like, that was dumb. That was just dumb. It's like, really, how hard does this guy sleep that he wouldn't feel you fucking stitching him right into his bed? Honey, I couldn't be more surprised if I woke up and my face was sewn to the carpet or something. Oh, man, I think I butchered that line, but Christmas Vacation, great shit. All right, anyway. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then I did like that when he looks over at the window, the creep is in there, which of course reminds me of like the segment from the original Creepshow when he's looking up at the window and there's the creeper and he's all laughing and that's a good moment. That's a good moment. But the whole brother coming, everything's just so rushed in this show. All of the scripts and the ideas are like 2 seconds of ideas. It really is just so fucking rushed. There's nothing to them. There's no depth. There's nothing all that inventive. And it's kind of a bummer, man. Like, I don't hate the show. I look forward to the new episodes, but I'm not like, oh shit, like, where's the new episodes? I can't wait. I do not have that feeling with this show. I just expect the episodes to show me maybe 1 or 2 cool things, and then everything else will just be kind of meh, and then that'll be that. And that's mostly what I'm getting from this show. All right, moving on to the second segment, Lydia Lane's better half. I barely even talked about that, and it's already over. I was talking about it for like 3 minutes. All right, so this Fracking episode stars Tricia Helfer. So any BSG fans out there knows her as number 6. As soon as I saw her, I was like, all right. Some name recognition, some nakedness. So, yeah, I'd have to think back about every single segment of Creepshow right now on the fly. But in this episode, this segment in particular, like, does Lydia Lane deserve what she gets here? I don't think so at all. Like, these kinds of stories, I expect bad people to go down. So, Trisha's character here, Lydia, she has to promote one of these people. And one of them she's dating, having a relationship with. And she's a mega millionaire, you know, this and that. But this chick is clearly dating her for power and money. She's a freaking gold digger bitch. And so she picks the other guy because she gives a legitimate reason. Like, you're a math wizard. You're a wizard with finances, whatever. And you'll better run this company, which might just be true outright. In fact, the way he acts versus the way she acts, I don't know, man. Being a CEO of a big corporation company like that, you probably have to be a heartless piece of shit. Not everyone is, but seems like the majority of them are. But yeah, she's in there with her, and she's just like, look, now we get to be together. Now we will just run away from it all, which sounds great to me. But as I said, this girl is just like, no, I want the power. I want the recognition. I worked for this and that. And it's like, well, you didn't get the fucking job. So she's, you know, she's it's a power struggle. But I get that she's upset. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the way she treats her. The way she lashes out irrationally. I am someone who I'm very composed while I argue. I do not take the excuse that, oh, I was just mad so I said something I didn't mean. Fuck that nonsense. You say something, you better fucking mean it. That's the way I always feel about those kinds of things. Like, there's one thing where you're just talking and you're just flowing and things are coming out, and then people come back and go, what do you mean by this? And you look back at it and there's like ways you could interpret that, or maybe you didn't mean exactly what you meant. That's a completely different thing. That's a completely different thing. I'm talking about going after someone in a malicious way during an argument about like something, especially in like a relationship, where you start attacking weak points on them that you've kind of accumulated throughout the relationship because you knew that would be ammo against them later on during some kind of argument or disagreement. That's vindictive, manipulative, evil shit that only terrible fucking people do. I can't stand anybody I've ever dated in the past who will just wait for those moments where everything's fine and then things go south and then boom, they start attacking things that they know that you hold sacred. That you're like, oh, how dare you question that part of me? Fucking dare you. That's something that I hold so dear to me, that's something that I've, and she does. She attacks her age and she attacks how pathetic she is and all these things where it's like, man, you are a little shallow bitch. Like, oh, she was pissing me off so much. So when she fell over and impaled herself on that Woman of the Year thing, this is the moment where Lydia calls the police. There was an accident. She fell over. She hit her head. The end. She did. That's exactly what happened. So I don't really even know what she was all that worried about. Like, I got to dispose of the body? You didn't do anything. What did you do? You guys were in a little bit of a tussle, but she fucking fell on her own. She fucking deserved it, okay? She fucking deserved it. This kind of person was a total piece of shit. You could just tell there's nothing good that's ever going to come of this person. She did it to her goddamn self. And Lydia should have just been like, well, that's a bummer. I mean, if she really loved this person too, she would have been way more upset about it and then went and got on the phone and been like, oh my God, like, she hurt herself. She hurt herself. I think she might be dead. She'd be fine. Especially this rich-ass woman that she is. You think that she would actually, like, get imprisoned? Please. Our fucking court system is rigged. Let's just be honest here. So she would have been fine, even if she was guilty, which she wasn't. So yeah, I like that this chick has a resting dead bitch face. That was pretty funny. I was like, man, I've heard of resting bitch face before, but this chick has dead bitch face because she was a bitch. An earthquake in an elevator. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. Lydia doesn't want to answer the call from the rescue team up there because she's now caught with her pants down. I mean, now she's fucked. Now her hands are as red as they get, and it's like, you're screwed. You're fucking screwed at this point. And then when the hand comes out of the head, that is some straight up J-horror. That is some Grudge, Ring, freaking shit. Or should I say Ju-on and Ring. It's actually Ring without the U, and for some reason, because of I was listening to something that said that because of the accent of the director when he was talking about it, he said it like Ringu, like with an U at the end, and so like they distribute it with a U at the end when it's just actually supposed to be Ring. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that and I was like, really? Is that true? Wow, that's interesting, if it is. But yeah, all right. So I thought because of the name of the episode, she was going to get cut in half. But I do have to question, after 24 hours, it was that easy to open up those doors the whole time? Really? Like, she just had to pull on them, like real, just yank on them a little bit, and they came right open? And it just so happened to be right as the thing fell? Was it the spirit of this girl that I know she grabbed her and pulled her back, but she just so happened to be getting out right when it was dropping? Okay, that's fine. But as I said, I would have cut her in half. It would have, it would have been like a double entendre on the title here, but whatevs. And then her head is in the other chick's lap, and her bitch face goes to a smiley face. I like the smile on her face when her head's down. I thought that was pretty good. So, other than that, nah, not a very good segment. I like seeing number 6 here, but this was a number 2 for me. So, anyways, all right, I'll see you next week.